Hello, my name's David Dunn. I'm Professor of International Politics and Head of the Department of Political Science and International Studies at the University of Birmingham. Today I'd like to share some thoughts about what's very positive about the European Union and what that contribution is and why we should stay part of what is a very positive force in world politics. The first thing to say is that as a historian of war, which I partly am, war is the universal condition in European history for the last 3,000 years. War is older than sovereignty, older than the nation states, and every generation has thought they've been past war and that war was a thing of the past. This is true in 1918, true in the 1930s, and the European project, its main purpose has been to actually address the causes of war and to build what's called a security community through functional integration and to actually ameliorate the causes of war. And that's a thing it's done very successfully over 70 years. In doing that, it's also spread security throughout Europe. It's actually brought peace and stability to Greece and Spain that had dictators. It's over the years, it's also embraced and socialised the former European communist countries of Eastern Europe. And in doing so, it's created a large space in Europe that is secure, where the prospect of resort to force within that community is now a thing of the past. Now, Europe is going through a lot of challenges, the resurgent Russia, the challenge of ISIS. Now is not a time to set a process in motion that would destabilise and possibly end what has been a long and sustained period of peace in European history. But Europe's not just about peace, Europe's also about prosperity. The creation of the single market has been a massive boon for the European economy and a massive boon for the UK in Europe. Back in the 1970s, which I remember, Britain was the sick man of Europe. Our economy lagged behind Italy, it lagged behind France. Now it's the second biggest economy, partly because people invest from overseas, direct foreign investment in the UK as a way of getting to a market of 500 million people. That's why Toyota and Honda and Airbus and even Kellogg's and Microsoft invest in the UK as part of a wider market. And that's hugely beneficial for the UK economy. The same thing is true of the City of London. The City of London, the joke there is that it's rather like Wimbledon, that we provide the venue, but not necessarily all the players. Because there are 300,000 French, there are hundreds of thousands of Germans, all Europeans work in the city and make that a truly European and global financial hub. Free movement of peoples makes that possible, and the economy benefits enormously. 25% of the UK economy is financial services, and that's as a consequence of the free movement of people and membership of the European Union. We're also actually benefited from a single European space. We are part of a larger community. By being part of something bigger, we are better. We are less xenophobic, less racist. We actually understand Europe. We travel around Europe. We actually experience Europe in a different way. The prospect of jumping on an airplane and flying off to European capital for a weekend is a thing which was completely alien 50, 60 years ago, even 20 years ago. Now we see ourselves in a different context. We are part of a larger European project. We have a larger sense of ourselves that is better as a consequence. We're also actually better on the world stage by speaking with one voice. When Britain speaks in the world stage as 70 million, that's one voice. If we lead in Europe and speak on behalf and lead 500 million, then we have a bigger voice. We have a chance to export soft power values, European values on the world stage through that institution, and I recommend you stay in as a consequence. Thank you.